just sold out all the floors.
Alright, so like always, I'm going to start off by priming my eyes. I'm going to use the MAC 24 Hour Extend Eye Base, and I literally just use the smallest amount of that, and I'm just going to rub it on my eyelid, making sure it's all even. I'm just going to set that with some translucent powder, just so everything is easier to blend. First shade I'm going to go in with this Pumpkin Pie by Coastal Scents. So this is going to be my transition shade. When doing cut creases, a transition shade is really important, just because you want a gradient of those colors in your crease. So this is just going to be our first shade, our lightest shade. And I'm just taking a fluffy blending brush just to blend that all over the crease. And for me, since my crease is not going to be, my cut crease is not going to be directly where my crease would be, I'm putting that color a little bit above my natural crease, just so that it peeks through whenever I add in the other colors. And you want to start out on the outer corner and then take it all the way into the inner corner, because you're going to want color all throughout your crease for this cut crease look. Back and forth, windshield wiper motions. With this look, you always want to start winging your eyeshadow out this way. So once you get to the end, just flick it out. Next shade I'm taking is Oatmeal Tan. Same thing from Coastal Scents. And I'm taking a brush. This is Morphe M433. A brush that you're able to blend into the crease, like kind of precisely get into the crease a little bit more. So I'm putting this where we put the transition shade, just slightly under that. So start off on the outer corner and then work that into the inner corner. And same thing, just blend that back and forth and wing it once you get to the end. And like I always say, this brush is perfect because when you start off, you can lay it flat, blend it like this, just to kind of like pack on and blend the color, and then to distribute the product upwards, all you have to do is turn your brush and just blend it. I'm gonna go in with Oktoberfest by Coastal Scents as well, and the brush that I'm using is the Luxie 237. If you do makeup all the time and you do these cut creases, you need this brush. The way this brush gets into your crease or wherever, like look at that. It just gets directly in there. And like I said, my eyeshadows are going to be a little bit higher, because if I were to open my eyes and cut my crease where my crease actually is, you wouldn't be able to see the color or where the cut crease is. I just focus it. I open my eye and right here, so that way when I do cut my crease, you're able to see that the crease is deep, but the rest of the colors gradiate into that. And it doesn't really matter if you get any onto your lid, because that's going to be covered once we cut the crease. But I just really love this brush. Like the way this gets into that, look at that. And it does the work for you. And just flick it out. And then you're just going to keep deepening it, And you can always go back in with that first shade that we started in and sweep it across the top, just in case you feel like the color got lost. So to cut the crease, I would normally go in with concealer, but when you're dealing with like vibrant colors like neons or just bright colors, you want to go in with a white base, because a white base is going to make the color pop a little bit more. And I really wish I had like the pot like the white liner that you can just smudge, but I don't. So I'm gonna use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. If you don't have a white base, you could just go in with concealer. I'm gonna start off by taking the pencil and smudging it on my lid. And then as I get closer to my crease, I'm gonna use a brush to kind of cut it precisely. So now to just set that white base, I'm going to take my Morphe 35B palette and I'm going to use the yellow. After the yellow is down, I'm just going to take a wipe and kind of like clean that up, give myself a sharp line. And then that'll be easier for me to do the wing liner because you just basically have to trace whatever's there. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild megaliner. So to finish off the top of the eye, I'm going to just outline my crease by going in with Fudge. It's an Anastasia shadow. She does sell it separately, but I just have it in that palette. Just wanna outline the edge of your cut crease. And then I kind of like switch my brush angle just so it could go this way. And very lightly. And to make it a little bit deeper, I'm gonna go in with Noir. It's another Anastasia shadow. She does sell it separately, but it's just a black, any black that you want. And you want to be super careful. This is just going to deepen it up a little bit more, but I'm barely putting any product because black can either go left or right, and most of the time it fucks up your look so quickly. So barely just like tap that product, but just outline ever so slightly. Right under the Fudge shade. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the top of the eyes. I'm gonna do the rest of my face off camera and I'm gonna come back and we can finish off the eyes. So yeah, so to finish off the eyes, I'm just gonna tight line my top waterline. And then I'm just gonna take the shades that I used on my crease, kind of like mix them all together and just run that on my lower lash line. I'm gonna take a brush that's a little like more precise, grab a little bit of black, just a tiny bit, and put that on my outer right here. And going back in with that brush that I used to smudge the earlier shades, I'm just gonna smudge that a little bit, slightly. And then I'm just going to take this yellow eyeliner and just put that on my waterline. Do you guys have any good recommendations of eyeliners? Because I'm trying to get better like colored liners because this one, I've had it for a while and it's not doing anything for me, honestly. And I'm just going to add some mascara to my top and bottom lashes. And for lashes, I'm going to go in with these from AliExpress. I'll leave the direct link down below. I think I got them for like $2 and they're so bomb. For inner corner highlight, I'm just going to go in with this pinky shade right here called Pink Champagne by Anastasia. I don't know if she sells that separately, but it's just a really nice like light pinky shimmer. And I'm gonna just put that on my inner corners. Last thing left is lips, and today, I don't know, I just want to go a little bold. I want a color that goes with the yellow, but I don't want to do nude, so I'm gonna use this purple. I'm using the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in Zipper. And I'm not even gonna line my lips, I'm just gonna Alright guys, so that's all I have for this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. It is a little bit bold and it's definitely not something you'd wear every day, but it's fun to step out of your comfort zone. You can always switch out what you don't feel comfortable with something you would wear. So if you wouldn't wear this purple lip, you can switch it out for a nude or whatever floats your boat. Same thing with the yellow. You can switch it out for any color that you like. Just because the crease colors are so universal, I feel like it fits with whatever you want. So yeah, I hope you learned something. I hope you learned something. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.
In the world right now, just touched down in London town. Bet they give me a pound. Tell them put the money in my hand right now. Tell the promoter we need more seats. We just sold out all the floors.